we can't say for sure if this ritual was created by the last guest. Fact is, you can find all kinds of unusual markings in this motel, most of them less than a month old. Very recent indeed. The maid said that there aren't many tourists these days, so my guess is that a group of skilled arcanists have left their work in every room. Based on the markings I've seen so far, there were about 3 to 5 people in this group.
And was there a sheep-headed arcanist among them?
Well, that I don't know. What I can say, though, is that there was a sheep living in here. I saw some hoof prints on the hallway floor. It looked like someone had stayed in this motel with a sheep. Sounds pretty odd, but I suppose it ain't too strange given the local farmland. But I'm sure this will catch your attention.
What?
We all know that sheep walk on 4 hooves. But the hoof prints I saw were different. They were small and delicate, and most importantly, followed the movement pattern of a human, judging by the trail. The owner of the hoof prints was about the size of a slender kid, maybe 5 feet tall.
That's it? That's the one I'm looking for.
Don't I know it? They can question my morals, but nobody can question my competence. So, may I enter your room now, Miss Verdon?
Please.
Now, let's start with this little thing. The carvings are new. No sign of woodworm damage or moisture absorption. These splinters along the edge are extremely sharp. Is this dried blood?
Blood was used as the medium for this array. The circle isn't fully closed here, and the lines are a bit uneven. Whoever drew this doesn't seem to be an expert. You know how to deal with this, right?
All you have to do is ask, boss. You might be surprised.
We need to destroy it as quickly as possible. I think it's been left by a dangerous occult group.
Hold on.
Is that blood?
Yep. The blood of an arcanist. So it can't be Kayla's.
Can you discern the owner's identity?
I ain't all-knowing. I can't identify people by their blood. No, I'll need more than just blood to find out who was here. We are the beginning and the original source of metals. Through us, the highest tincture of art is brewed. There is neither a spring nor water like mine. I heal and help both the rich and the poor. Yet I am full of hurtful poison. What the hell does that mean?
It's a quote from a text on alchemy.
All challenges will be resolved with the provision of sufficient and high-quality materials and the precise execution of the array. But where do we find these materials? What was once sundered shall reunite. I've seen this handwriting before.
And here, my phone number.
Yep, this is definitely the same. That sound. It's a Flying Arrow M1903 pistol. Kimberly? What's wrong with her now? I better go check it out, boss. Something don't seem right. You coming? That Kimberly must have run into something.
Is he still alive?
Just when I thought you couldn't get any dumber.
Is this a suicide?
He pulled out the gun and shot himself in the head. His brains splattered on the walls and flowed onto the floor.
There's gunshot residue and powder burns near the wound. Gunpowder particles on his fingers. There's no doubt. He died from a gunshot wound. The bullet was fired from the pistol in his hand and went straight through his skull. But this ain't just any pistol. It's a Xeno pistol. You've got yourself in some serious trouble, Missy.
It wasn't me. I'm just an innocent, sad, terrified girl who just happened to pass by.
Well, Miss Innocent, Sad, and Terrified. If you want to prove your innocence, start by telling us what happened here. And mind you, I will call you out if you lie. The evidence here will tell me what's true and what ain't.
If you're so clever, then why are you asking me? Just figure it out yourself. All right, I'll tell you. This madman has been harassing me. Ever since I moved into this place, I'd often seen him pacing around in the hallway. Day and night, he'd stomp around out here. He didn't care if anyone else was trying to sleep. I thought he must have had a lot on his mind, like he was troubled or something. So I asked him what happened. His deep, sunken eyes were bloodshot. Every fiber of his being screamed that something was wrong with him. Sir, if you have any problems, there are many ways to solve them. But pacing in the hallway isn't one of them. Plus, it disrupts everyone's sleep. I swear I didn't say anything too harsh, but he was just downright rude.
Get the hell away! Get out of my face!
Excuse me! That's pretty rude, you know! I had no desire to argue with the madman. Thankfully, the maid intervened when she heard what was going on. I have no idea what she said to him, but eventually they came to terms. He stopped pacing the hallway from then on. That was a relief. I'm sure the other guests would agree. That maid can vouch for what I've said. Ask her yourselves. Not long after, I found a letter from Stefan on the floor of my room. It had been slid under my door. In the letter, he apologized for his behavior. Should I make peace with him? I thought. As I wondered, I took a look through the peephole. It was strange. I couldn't see a thing. It was pitch black out there. Is it broken? I wondered. Before I could dwell on it too much, the phone rang. I was startled, but it was just the front desk calling.
Hello, Miss Kimberly.
Is it dinner time already?
No. Is there an issue between Mr. Stefan and yourself?
She seemed hesitant to speak.
I know it's not my place to ask, but the situation is a little concerning. Mr. Stefan is standing at your door, his face pressed up against it, so I just want to confirm that everything's all right between you two.
And that's what happened.
Calm down, miss. It's all over now. Do you still have that letter with you?
Who'd hold on to that? I threw it out right away. It's somewhere in that bin.
Dear Ms. Kimberly, I've got a question already. How did he know your name? You didn't know each other well enough to have exchanged them, did you?
I'm the victim here, damn it! You can't interrogate me like this. But if you must know, maybe he heard it when my friend called me.
Your friend?
Why? What's so odd about that? A young girl like myself should never travel alone to places like this. I need someone to make my bed and prepare my clothes and, most importantly, I need to eat. I wouldn't even be here if I weren't looking for...
I want to apologize for my behavior earlier in the hallway.
Looks Looks like a perfectly normal letter to me. No hints that this is from a man on the verge of a mental breakdown.
If you won't take my word for it, go ahead and ask the maid. She was there. She can vouch for me.
Please, we weren't accusing you of anything.
Though graphology has been criticized a lot these days, I gotta say, this looks more like a woman's handwriting to me.
So you mean Stefan was a woman?
You still with us, Missy? What I'm suggesting is that Mr. Stefan didn't write this letter, but a woman did. But that's just speculation. Chances are Mr. Stefan's handwriting was just a little feminine. I'll keep this letter for now. Back to my questions. If the story you told is true, then why are you at the scene of his death? Did you go looking for him, even after all the weird things he'd done?
I was hungry, okay? That's a good enough answer for you? I can't just starve myself!
Hungry? If I remember correctly, the motel offers room service. And you get 1 free meal a day, so even if you ain't got no money, you have enough food to get by.
What do you know? I'm not eating one of those ham sandwiches.
Alright, so you've got some standards when it comes to food. Let's drop that. You were there when he fired the shot, right? What happened then? Take your time and think it through. There's no rush.
About 15 minutes ago, he rang my doorbell. I thought my friend had returned from town. She always brings something amazing with her, so I opened the door. The last thing I expected was to see Stefan standing there. Who'd have thought that he could get back on his feet so quickly after the beating he took? I was terrified when I saw him there. He towered over me, one hand on the doorframe and the other pushing against the door. I slammed the door shut. I thought he'd let go. But he didn't. The door closed on his fingers.
I understand now. I understand it all. You're with Zeno, aren't you?
His fingers were bent at a peculiar angle. It must have been painful, but he didn't seem to feel the pain at all. The fracturing of his fingers was no more painful than a mosquito bite to him.
You came to me and made me drop my guard so that one day you could turn me in for a bounty. But why me? Why are you doing this to me? It wasn't me who made the plan. It wasn't me who executed it. It wasn't me who pressed that damn button. All I did was expose their crime to the rest of the world. Tell me, why else would they want my head so desperately if they didn't believe they were guilty? In the meantime, the actual killers are treated as heroes. But I'm the hero. Me. But all my sorry ass gets is a lifetime of hiding out in some random motel in the middle of nowhere. This world is sick.
What the hell are you talking about?
Come on, drop the act. Right after you spoke to me, Vertin showed up at my door. Are you trying to tell me that that was just by chance?
Vertin? He totally ignored my question.
The world has fallen ill. I can see that now. The realm above truly does exist. How else would we have gotten the idea of a perfect heavenly realm. Obviously, it doesn't exist in this world.
I don't care. Even if that place does exist, it has nothing to do with you. Get out of the way. I'm closing the door.
But at least I get to decide when I step through that door, right?
I had no idea what he was talking about. And he didn't give me much chance to figure it out either.
I'm afraid your mission is doomed to fail, young lady.
In that moment, a smile of relief came over his face, and without a moment's hesitation, he pressed the pistol against his temple and pulled the trigger. And you know the rest.
What's going on in here?
This man killed himself.
Oh dear. There's blood everywhere. It'll be a lot of work to clean it all up, and with the weather being so hot, the room will soon start to smell. All the carpets have to go.
Miss Tuesday, can I ask you a question?
Yes?
Have you ever had any guests who looked like or claimed themselves to be Manus Vindictae?
Manus Vindictae? I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Could you explain in more detail?
Most of them dress in blue and black. Some drool a fair bit, and most of them can't speak in full sentences. The most notable feature is that they all wear masks shaped like hands. Have you seen any before?
Masks shaped like hands? No, I've never had a guest who wore a hand-shaped mask. Never seen anyone in blue and black either. But if an organization was going to do something in secret, I don't think they'd be too public about it.
Hey, lady. Take me to his room.
Oh, it shouldn't be too hard for you to find the room yourself, right, Miss Argus? After all, that's how you make a living. But I can just tell it to you. It's 214. You must be curious about that room. I'm surprised. You've been in almost every room in the motel, and you've been here for 2 days. You're like a child in your curiosity. This place would be much safer if you were the sheriff here. Anyway, I hope you can find that girl soon.
Why do you want to go to Stefan's room exactly? Is it related to our investigation?
Well, of course, boss. I'm here looking for Kayla, just as you're looking for that sheep-headed...
What is it?
That arcanist you're looking for. Is her name Barbara?
You know her?
Yep, we met. On Route 77. I just got done asking two men about Kayla's whereabouts, and saw that it was getting dark. My sight ain't so good at night, and the nights are long these days. So I was in a bit of a hurry, hoping to get somewhere with proper lights as fast as I could. That's when I saw her, Barbara, all alone by the road. Some jerk of a driver dumped her there, and she asked me for a ride. I turned her down. Heck, I could hardly see. She'd have been better off waiting for the next driver than riding with a blind bat like me, you know? But as I drove away, I changed my mind. She was too young to be left out there all by herself. So I turned back to get her. But when I arrived, she was already gone. There was nothing but a trail of hoof prints in the dirt. When I got to the motel, I saw those hoof prints again. I gotta say, I was kinda relieved to see them. At least she made it here safely.
And is she still here?
Well, I've never seen any hoof prints leaving the motel. But that don't mean she's still here. You gotta be mindful of what your mind picks up and what might slip you by. It's easy to ignore other evidence when what you've seen already fits your hypothesis. That being said, it's still likely that she's somewhere in the motel.
All right. Then let's look for her.
It seems we're in agreement. To room 214.
202, 203.
I've checked those too. Ain't much in them.
Argus, did you see a red door just now?
A red door?
Nothing. Must have been my imagination. Are you all right? Can you still see?
Don't worry about it. Ain't the first time this has happened. This high issue runs in the family. It's the price we pay for having our arcane power. Now, what are we looking for, boss? People leave all kinds of evidence behind all the time. It'll be like wandering around in the woods without a compass if we don't know what we're looking for. So if you don't want to be inundated with meaningless clues, you need to give me some directions.
All right. First, I'd like to know what happened to Barbara. Second, whether Manus Vindictae has been here, or anyone from that Order of Enlightenment. And last, about Mr. Stefan. The pistol he used was a xeno-military weapon, and he seemed to know about my relation to the vacuum bomb operation. It's likely that he once held a high rank within the xeno-military. I want to know why he came to this motel, and what happened to make him lose his mind here.
Lose his mind here? What makes you think he wasn't crazy already?
Xeno pays much more attention to its soldiers' mental well-being than any conventional military organization. It's because quite a few of them are arcanists. They're both Xeno's strength and weakness. So I'm inclined to think Mr. Stefan developed these mental health issues after entering the motel.
Huh. Is that so? I gotta say, I don't know much about all this military institution stuff. Right, so here's the plan. First, locate Barbara. Second, look for any signs of Manus Vindictae or the Order of Enlightenment. And third, find out how poor old Stefan lost his marbles. And of course, I've got my own business to deal with. Tracking down Kayla. Hey boss, I've got something. These footprints are from a spider. Looks like the little guy went back and forth along here quite a few times. I know this might not seem pertinent to our investigation, but it is worth noting. You ever seen a spider make a phone call?
I'm afraid I'm not interested in the movements of spiders right now.
Come on, boss. Loosen up a little.
Do you hear that? Sounds like dripping water.
I'm sure it's just the motel plumbing.
But... watch out!
I'll do my best.
To the left.
I admire your courage. This one.
Listen. Keep up the pace.
To read. Cheer up.
To the right.
This book or this one?
Look.
Like a metaphor? Reading complete. Was I?
This place is definitely more than meets the eye.
I'm with you on that. There's just too much Arcanum-related weirdness going on here. Never seen so many arrays in a motel before.
But we've only found one.
In your room, yeah. But there are a load more. One room has them drawn from floor to ceiling. Looked like some kind of transformation array to me. I ain't no expert, so I can't say for sure.
What are they trying to do, I wonder?
Who knows? Oh, boss. You might be interested in this. It's another one, just like the others.
I've seen this before. It was also drawn in that parchment notebook. This is indeed a transformation array, but it's not in its full form.
They were trying something. Check it out. This is hair from the mane of a howler lion, and there are some other materials around it too. Not exactly sure what they are, though. They're too finely ground. But one thing's for sure. Someone held a ceremony here, and for some reason, it didn't work out for them.
This is important. The Foundation needs to know about this. Argus?
This is Kayla's hair. She was here, in this room. Or at least someone who came into contact with her.
Ah, this is the life. A warm, beautiful night, a cold drink, and no one but me and the stars in the sky. Maybe I'll just lay here till morning. A good night with good drinks! I wish every day could be like this. Hey, buddy, you're blocking my view.
Huh? Are you stargazing?
Has anyone ever told you that you sound awfully like Lieutenant Lilia? The rider of Red 38? Heard of her? No one can fly like her.
Of course.
Oh my... You even look like her!
Keep playing dumb, and I'll show you what it's like to have her kick your ass.
Lieutenant Lilia! Airman First Class Andreas, at your service.
Are you the warehouse guard?
Yes, ma'am!
On your feet, soldier. My Red 38 is in your warehouse for maintenance, and I need you to remove the gravity ritual from it.
Gravity ritual?
If you don't understand what I'm saying, go get someone who does. I need it today.
Oh, right. The gravity ritual. Yes, I know. Please, come with me. I'll take you to the warehouse.
Are you certain you can undo the ritual?
Yes, ma'am. They made sure I got the hang of it before they took off. Leave it to me.
Lead the way, soldier. Open it.
Oh, I remember this package. I thought it was some kind of joke or someone with the same name as you sent the package. Who would have thought that you'd come to Texas yourself?
Hurry up, soldier. Open the crate, now.
Ma'am, I know you want to do this quick, but I haven't been authorized to undo this incantation.
If you can't do it, find me someone who can. I won't say it a third time.
Truth be told, there's no one else to turn to. I'm the only one left. I was made an airman first class to do this job. I was still in training before this, you see. The others were either transferred back to headquarters or just left. I don't know where they are now. But since they entrusted me with such an important task, I'm sure I have a bright future ahead of me.
You just said you aren't authorized, not that you don't have the ability, right? I have two options for you. One, remove the ritual now. Or two, I beat your ass and then you remove the ritual.
Well...
Choose! No more gibbering.
I picked the second one.
Huh?
You see, I'm happy to get rid of the ritual for you, but I can't do it on my own initiative. I'm only an airman first class. I can't make decisions about this stuff. So, you have to beat me up to avoid future inquiries. One day, after I'm promoted, I'll be able to better assist you, ma'am. I mean, you're the best pilot I've ever seen. I even made a scrapbook of the reports on your flights.
All right, no screaming, soldier. Let's do this.
Stop, stop! This is plenty to prove my innocence. I'll undo the ritual now.
Oof, you almost blinded me there. Thanks, soldier. There's one more thing.
Yes, ma'am!
Do you know why Zeno pulled out of here so suddenly?
They said it was an order from the top.
The top?
And that's all I was told. But word is, it was because Admiral Igor got real mad about the video leak of the vacuum bomb. But that's just a rumor. Ever since the evacuation, strange things have started to happen.
Such as?
We started getting visitors from this group called the Order of Enlightenment. And now, the farmers have stopped tending their fields. The cattle and sheep have been abandoned in the wilderness. All the townsfolk do now is go to these gatherings, hoping that the sufferer will bring them eternal joy. I don't know who this sufferer is, but he ain't doing any good here.
Where do those people stay? In the town?
It's a ways away, I think. A place called Tuesday's Motel.
Belin, Vertin! I have to go back! Let's get out of here, girl.
Safe travels, ma'am!
Choose this motel.
Hello. Can you give me a ride?
I can't help you. Ask someone else.
Can you give me a ride?
I said I can't help you.
Oh, can I have some chocolate? I met a kind man who gave me some chocolate. I've never tasted anything so sweet.
The hell? Stay away from me!
Can I have that candy? More! I want more!
Stop asking me for candy! This isn't Halloween, idiot!
Embrace rather than resist.
I admire your
Or
courage.
this one.
Heart scale.
Regaining control
To turn
of our
square.
bodies. Did I... This book? Right. Or this one. Time to turn the page. Time.
Come back. I need your feedback on our session.
Hey.
It's you.
Are you all right? You look pale.
You shouldn't sneak up on people like that. I could have hurt you.
My apologies. But you're safe now that you're at the motel. No need to be frightened.
comrades. I admire your courage. Heart steel.
Regaining control
Like
of
a
our bodies.
metaphor? Or this one? To transcribe. Reading complete. Was I helpful, timekeeper?
Embrace rather than resist. To the right.
I admire your courage.
Regaining control
Heart
of our
steel.
bodies.
To transcribe.
Take a deep breath.
Careful with the pages. Or
Go
this
to the
one.
right.
Time to turn the page.
Journey to the cosmos. Shine. Like up the right to the left. I am the waves in the ocean and the stars in the sky.
Come back. I need your feedback on our session.
Help. B-A-A. Is that the sound of a sheep?
You noticed it too, huh? Ain't no way that's a human on the other end. It's gotta be some kind of animal.
Animal?
Based on those sounds and the tracks and the dust, I figure it's something small, like a... One sec, boss.
Picrasma candy? Using your arcane skill so frequently must be tiring. You should take a break.
The job ain't done yet. Far too early to rest. Don't worry, boss. It's just a condition that runs in my family. No biggie.
What are its side effects?
Boss, you expect a merc to reveal her weakness? We ain't that close yet. One thing I can tell you, though, is that I suffer the side effects as long as my eyes are open. Luckily, I've got cutting-edge technology at my disposal. They're safe, efficient, and most importantly, satisfy my sweet tooth.
They may be called candy, but they're actually medicine and ought to be used following medical instructions. You should know that.
Give me a break, boss. What do doctors know about my life? I use these candies whenever I need them. Ain't that the whole point?
But
Shh. Did you hear that?
hear what?
A heartbeat. Right outside the door. Someone's eavesdropping on us. Care to explain why you're here, Ms. Kimberly? Just how obsessed are you with Mr. Stefan, huh? Even now, after his death?
Oh, no, it's not what you think. I was just looking for my toy, and it just so happens.
Toy? You know, it ain't my style to point a gun at an unarmed person, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Especially when they're speaking with a forked tongue. 5.
I told you, I was just looking for something.
4.
Are you joking? Why won't you believe me?
Three.
I didn't.
2. 1.
Don't kill me! Don't kill me, please! I didn't do anything!
I saw the name Kimberly in Matilda's report. I thought it was just a coincidence, but now I realise it wasn't. Miss Kimberly, you're a member of Manus Vindictae, aren't you?
I swear, I didn't do anything wrong. All I did was follow my partner like the people in black told me to.
Who's your partner?
I'm hungry. All the time. So hungry. Oh, how I envy the likes of you. You can store your food in so many ways. You have enough bread and water in your barns to last an entire winter. Your pastures are full of meat and dairy products. But my food? I promise, all I'm trying to do is get back what I lost.
There's no need to be afraid. We won't hurt you, as long as you tell me the name of your partner.
If I tell you her name, will you let me go?
That depends on your sincerity.
She's called Miss Grace.
What's your purpose here?
I don't know. Those people in black told me to follow Miss Grace's orders, but she hasn't asked me to do anything since we got here. She must be hiding something from me, but I couldn't care less. I just want to eat. You annoying someone hope rats can catch me in your dreams.
She's casting a teleport ritual. Argus, your assistant. We can't let her get away. Join with us, comrades.
To the right.
I admire your courage.
This'll help.
Sharp fangs.
To read.
Greetings, please.
What's that?
She disappeared fast.
At least now we can draw some conclusions. Manus Vindictae has set their eyes on this motel. Under the name of the Order of Enlightenment, they used this place as a base and conducted some failed ritual experiments before they left.
Manus Vindictae. I've heard of them. That infamous group of arcanists. If Kayla falls into their hands, things won't turn out well, will they?
I wouldn't worry too much. They usually only target pure-blooded arcanists.
Alright, that's a relief. Kayla's bloodline is 100% human.
But why would Manus Vindictae choose to come here specifically? What are they trying to do?
I was worried you wouldn't be able to make your way back, so I lit the porch light for you. Oh, but how annoying that these moths keep fluttering around.
Cut the crap, lady. Where's Vertin? Take me to her.
I rarely turn on this light. My baby never gets lost, you see. But a young, spirited child such as yourself always needs a light to lead the way. Am I right? To the weary traveler, this light is a shelter. To a child, it's a mother. And to you, what does this light mean to you? No matter who they are, people need a light to shine through the darkness, to chase away their fears. Don't you agree?
Are you a member of the Order of Enlightenment?
Order of Enlightenment? Oh, you mean those troublesome guests?
Guests.
I don't like them one bit. They've scribbled all over the place and made a mess of the rooms. They hurt my baby. Oh, my poor baby. Shh, don't be scared. Everything's all right now.
Are they still here?
Oh, of course. They made an offer that I couldn't refuse. After all.
How much did they pay you?
Oh, you are naive, my sweet child. There are countless things in this world that money can't buy. A traveler can't buy the sudden appearance of a hotel at just the right time. A crying child can't buy the comforting embrace of their mother. And I can't buy that thrilling satisfaction brought by sweet darkness.
Enough of your endless rambling. I can't waste any more time talking to you. I can't.
Sleep tight. Just leave everything to the adults. Yes. What a good child you are.
Found his medication prescription, and... oh. Is this his notebook? Huh. Just as expected, boss. This motel ain't what it seems to be. Ain't no way that letter was written by Stefan. Take a look. The writing in this letter is delicate and slender, while the writing in this notebook is total chicken scratch. Even a blind person could tell they're written by two different people.
Stefan didn't write the letter, so it's very likely that the person who sent it wasn't Stefan either.
And this? Ugh, I hate numbers. I'll leave this one to you, boss.
It appears to be Mr. Stefan's records of his daily expenses, along with some notes. Cigarettes, alcohol, and a significant amount of psychiatric medication. It says he was tormented by his hallucinations day after day, so he had to increase his dosage. And it says he saw a room numbered 707 here.
The motel only has 2 floors. There can't be a room starting with 7. Did he describe it at all?
He said the room had a bright red door that seemed completely out of place.
Maybe it was just one of his hallucinations.
No, it's not that. He also saw all kinds of things. A pair of twins in the hallway, long hair hanging from the ceiling, and... he saw Barbara, but assumed she was another hallucination. This proves that Barbara's been to the motel. Which means...
Well, I'm sorry to say that I've never met an arcanist with the head of a sheep. I can help you ask around if you...
Why did she lie to me?
So, did you find anything useful from the expense record?
I need to talk to the maid.
Hold your horses. We haven't searched the washroom yet. You should never skip the bathroom. Ain't you seen The Godfather? Michael Corleone grabs his gun from behind a toilet tank.
Argus, Argus, you've come to me.
Do you know her?
Argus, Argus, Argus.
It's not possible.
Is that Kayla?
No, there's no way that's her. If you knew Kayla like I do, you'd say the same. This distorted reflection in the mirror is probably a result of the excessive arcanum in this motel. A ritual similar to Bloody Mary used to be quite popular among the kids in this town. If you look into a mirror at exactly midnight, the spirit within will morph into the shape of the person you desire most. But if you respond to the spirit's call, it will drain your soul from your body.
I always thought those were just myths.
So did I. But after all the strange things I've seen, I've become less surprised. These spirits feed on the energy of our souls. That's why you should never trust a word they say. The people who are tricked by them fall into a kind of trance, and some, like Mr. Stefan, go crazy. I wonder what he saw in the mirror. Anyway, I won't repeat his mistake. For mercs like me, the deepest despair ain't external danger, it's internal hesitation. If some pale imitation makes me hesitate so easily, then how can I claim to be able to protect others? You've got to be able to stand your ground. A cunning criminal would use every excuse to defend themselves in court, and a scheming spy would wear all kinds of disguises to gather information on the enemy. That's why we've got to stay sharp. When it comes down to it, we only have our own two legs to stand on. Mercs ain't philosophers. Once a merc starts pondering morals, justice, and ethics, they're digging their own grave. For a merc, the mission objective is the only thing that matters. Overthinking don't bring nothing but disaster and destruction. That's why it won't fool me. The folks on the ranch adored little Kayla. She was the apple of all their eyes. How dare this ugly imitation? So... here's my response.
To the left.
I admire your courage. This one.
Regaining control of our bodies.
Great. No mistakes.
To the right. To the left. Shine.
Like a metaphor?
Now, to preserve this memory.
Argus. Argus. You've come to me.
Let this serve as a reminder to remain vigilant. If there were a deceitful spirit of the year award, I'm sure that would win.